Hello friends, welcome to DG Question Bank. Today we are sharing with you another series of AIBE which have got 20 very important questions for upcoming exam AIBE 18. So let's start. Question number 1. Which one of the following is an essential component of a valid contract? The options are option A, equality in the bargaining power between the parties. Option B, social and economic pressures the parties are exposed to. Option C, dominance of one party over the other. Option D, competence and the contractual capacities of the parties. The correct answer is option D, competence and the contractual capacities of the parties. Question number 2. Assertion. Mere informal promises are not to be enforced. Reason. Ordinary agreements coming up in social arrangements are only bare promises without any intention to create legal obligations. The options are option A, both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Option B, both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation of A. Option C, A is true but R is false. Option D, A is false, but R is true. The correct answer is option A. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Question number 3. The correct sequence in the formation of a contract is. The options are option A, offer, acceptance, agreement, consideration. Option B, agreement, consideration, offer, acceptance. Option C, offer, consideration, acceptance, agreement. Option D, offer, acceptance, consideration, agreement. The correct answer is option D, offer, acceptance, consideration, agreement. Question number 4. A property worth rupees 25,000 was agreed to be sold by X for rupees 8,000. However, X's mother moves for setting aside the agreement on the proof that X is congenital idiot. In this context, which one of the following is correct? The options are option A, the mother will not succeed. Option B, the mother will succeed. Option C, the mother is bound to execute the agreement. Option D, the idiot can avoid the agreement. The correct answer is option D, the idiot can avoid the agreement. Question number 5. The word tort has been derived from the Latin word. The options are option A, tortum. Option B, tortus. Option C, torts. Option D, none of these. The right answer is option A, tortum. Question number 6. Ubi jus ibi remedium means. The options are option A, every law provides for remedies. Option B, there is no wrong without a remedy. Option C, if a law is made, corresponding remedy also must be made. Option D, every remedy presupposes some injury too. The right answer is option B, there is no wrong without a remedy. Question number 7. If the plaintiff has a right, he must have means to vindicate and maintain it, and a remedy if he is injured in the exercise or enjoyment of it. AIBE versus White. The above rules was laid down by. The options are option A, Salmon. Option B, Holt CJ. Option C, Blackburn J. Option D, Winfield. The correct answer is option B, Holt CJ. Question number 8. Which one of the following limitations to the rule of volenti non fit injuria is not correct? The options are option A, the consent should be free. Option B, consent to illegal act is no consent. Option C, mere knowledge of the risk is not an assumption of the risk. Option D, consent in rescue cases is no consent. The right answer is option D, consent in rescue cases is no consent. Question number 9. Which one of the following statements is correct? The options are: option A, an innocent principal is not liable for the fraud of his agent. Option B, an innocent principal is liable for the fraud of his agent. Option C, an innocent agent is liable for all frauds of his principal. Option D, none of the above is correct. The right answer is option B, an innocent principal is liable for the fraud of his agent. Question number 10. Which one of the following is not a good defense in suit for damages in an action for negligence? The options are: option A, contributory negligence. Option B, express contract with plaintiff. Option C, express contract where statute prohibits. Option D, voluntary assumption of risk. The correct answer is option C, express contract where statute prohibits. Question number 11. The maxim actus non facit reum nisi mens sit rea means? The options are: option A, guilty mind gives birth to crime. Option B, there can be no crime without a guilty mind. Option C, crime is a child of a guilty mind. Option D, criminal mind leads to crime. The correct answer is option A, guilty mind gives birth to crime. Question number 12. The essential ingredients of a crime are? The options are: option A, motive, mens rea and actus reus. Option B, motive, intention and knowledge. Option C, mens rea and actus reus. Option D, knowledge, intention and action. The correct answer is option D, knowledge, intention and action. Question number 13. Voluntary intoxication. The options are: option A, makes an offense more serious or increases the gravity of an offense. Option B, is a weak defense to a criminal charge. Option C, is no excuse for the commission of an offense. Option D, reduces the gravity of all the offenses. The right answer is option A, makes an offense more serious or increases the gravity of an offense. Question number 14. The defense of self-intoxication is not accepted as a general rule. It depends upon the circumstances. In one of the famous cases, it has been accepted by the Supreme Court that self-intoxication is a valid defense. The options are: option A, Jailal versus Delhi administration. Option B, Brij Kishore Pandey versus State of UP. Option C, S. Vardarajan versus State of Madras. Option D, Basdev versus State of Pepsu. The correct answer is option D, Basdev versus State of Pepsu. Question number 15. X, a doctor informs his patient Y that Y was suffering from cancer. Hearing this, Y dies of heart failure. X has not committed any offense because. The options are: option A, X was under an obligation to tell the patient about the disease. Option B, X did not know that Y had any heart disease. Option C, X communicated in good faith. Option D, X is under no obligation to make only sweet statements to his patients. The right answer is option B, X did not know that Y had any heart disease. Question number 16. A, aged 25 years and his girlfriend B, aged 21 years, agreed to commit suicide. A kills B first but could not kill himself because of his inability to overcome the willpower. A commits the offense of. The options are: option A, murder. Option B, culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Option C, attempt to suicide. Option D, no offense. The correct answer is option B, culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Question number 17. culpable homicide is not murder if it is committed? The options are option A, with the consent of the victim who has completed 12 years of age. Option B, with the consent of the victim who has completed 18 years of age. Option C, when the offender is acting under the spell of madness. Option D, when the offender is acting in anger. The right answer is option B, with the consent of the victim who has completed 18 years of age. Question number 18. A, professed to render people immune from the effect of snake bite. He caused a poisonous snake to bite Z, who died. The options are option A is guilty of Z's murder. Option B, A is guilty of culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Option C, A is guilty of no offense. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option A. A is guilty of Z's murder. Question number 19. Whoever wrongfully restrains any person in such a manner as to prevent that person from proceeding beyond certain circumscribing limits is guilty of. The options are option A, wrongful restraint. Option B, wrongful confinement. Option C, both A and B. Option D, none of the above. The right answer is option B, wrongful confinement. Question number 20. A police officer arrested and detained a person in the lockup despite production of a bail order from the court. Police officer is guilty of. The options are option A, wrongful restraint. Option B, wrongful confinement. Option C, abduction. Option D, kidnapping. The right answer is option A, wrongful restraint. Thanks for watching this video. If you like the video, please like, subscribe and share.